Hey guys, so I want to talk about a classic that nobody really brings up much anymore. I want to talk about Rayman Origins. Now, this was a game that was my shit back in 2011, 2012. I loved this game so much, and I actually have a strange attachment to it in terms of, what was going on at the time. Being that I'm in New Jersey, we were going through Sandy at the time, the Hurricane Sandy. Now we didn't get the worst of it like other people did in certain areas of New Jersey, but we didn't have power for like 2 weeks or so. So, but I mean, compared to people who lost their homes and stuff, we were lucky. Um, but this has a weird place in my heart because before Sandy, I was hooked to this game, but I was almost close to 100%ing it, and then Sandy happened. Now, when Sandy happened, we didn't have power for at least a week or so, and then our neighbor was nice enough to offer his generator, and we had the fridge working again, and we had the TV working again. So when my grandparents weren't watching the TV, I was playing Rayman Origins on it. Um, and I did eventually get 100% on it. Now, this is the only physical copy I have of it, but I also have it on my 3DS, and I also have it on my PS Vita digitally. Now, you'll say, but what about Rayman Legends? Yeah, Rayman Legends is good, but it's not Rayman Origins good. Like, Rayman Origins is the shit. This is actually where I kind of divulged off of the shoot 'em up genre, and this game opened me up to eventually RPGs. But I started playing more platforming games again and actually wanting to 100% them. So the habit I have of being kind of a completionist when I really like a game came from this. It came from Rayman Origins. So, ironically enough, this is a video game origin story of how I got into platforming games and collectible games and RPG games. This game really opened me up to that whole new world because before that, I was just about Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty. Um, but when I was a kid, I wasn't look, when I was 5 and 6, I was into the platforms like Zelda, Star Fox Adventures, even that game that everybody thinks is terrible. Mario Sunshine, you name it. I was into those games when I was 5 or 6, but then when I found out about Call of Duty around 7 or 8, when I was in third grade, as I said in my previous videos, I got hooked on the shoot 'em ups like Halo and Call of Duty. I still love Halo though because of the story, but Call of Duty didn't really stick with me that long. But it was Rayman Origins that definitely helped me increase my appreciation of different games again. So it brought back, what I'm trying to say is, Rayman Origins brought back my inner child to want to play all the different games again instead of staying on that one route, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, Call of Duty, which so many people fell into, but you know, my friends at that time, the friends that I had, they were pretty jealous of me actually that I 100%ed this game, and I guess they pissed them off that how could somebody who was just into shoot 'em ups 100% a platform game. I mean, because I was always pretty good at video games in general, so just because I didn't play these for a long time didn't mean I couldn't do them again. And they always used to be like, "Oh yeah, he 100%ed Rayman," like as if what I did was so terrible. That not a single one of them were able to 100% it, and I don't just mean the trophies on PlayStation, but even on the Wii. Like they weren't able to do it on the Wii. They were playing it on the Wii. One of them had it on this system. They couldn't 100% it. Um, None of them were able to even 100% the Mario games on Wii, which I was able to do once I got my hand on them. And yeah, they hated me for it. They hated me for my completionist ways. I don't care. I didn't give a shit. Like the only time I would play multiplayer games was when I would have friends over or I would go to their house. But when I was home on my own after school, um, I would just focus on playing my game. Like so when I wasn't playing Call of Duty, I used to play Call of Duty 4 a lot online, Call of Duty 5 a lot online, Modern Warfare 2 a lot online. But I kind of started stopping. Well, Black Ops 1 I played a lot online. So I guess you could say from 2007 to 2012 or 11, I was heavily into Call of Duty Online gaming. But after that, once Rayman Origins entered my life, I became obsessed with single player again. And that's what it's been ever since. I just play single player experience games, platforming games. That's it. I don't waste my time at all with multiplayer at all. Now, a lot of people say, What do you? How do you do that? Why do you do that?" I know there's plenty of people like me who do the same thing. Multiplayer is a waste of time for me. It just is. I outgrew it, and of course, within that time, Halo was multiplayer in 2010. Halo 3 and Halo Reach, I played a lot at that time as well. But even that, I got tired of doing. So I just became a single player RPG platforming kind of guy. And I could thank Rayman Origins for that. And the reason why I think this is an important enough subject to talk about is because I've known so many people who have grown up and they're older now and they still just play Call of Duty every year. Like the new Call of Duty that comes out, like that's it. And it's like, really? Like I don't know. I grew out of it pretty quick actually. And there were so many games that I've played after I left Call of Duty from 2011 to now. So that's 14 years of gaming. I have played so many different games throughout that time, that I was opened up to after I got out of that little yeah, wow, 14 years. Holy shit. I mean, I was gaming longer than that as well. So 3 bad years of just playing shoot 'em ups, right? Like Call of Duty, stuff like that. Um, but from 2001 to 2007, I wasn't like how I am now. Like I was just playing regular games before Call of Duty 4. Call of Duty 4 and Call of Duty 4 and World at War, took me off of that path for like 3 years or so. So basically I've been gaming since 2001 though, you know. 2001, what is that? Jesus Christ. What is that, 24 years now? 25 years? Oh my god. Yeah, my first system was the GameCube. Um, my asshole uncle bought it for me for my birthday. Uh, Not asshole because of that, asshole because don't see them anymore, and they were a bunch of bastards as I got older. But when I was young, that was my first system. Zelda Collector's Edition was the first game I played, and I remember being so amazed with Ocarina of Time when I was little. Like I was just so obsessed, even with just the Hyrule Field and roaming around Hyrule Field, because even before I played that, I used to play all the Game Boy games on my Game Boy Advance. So when I played the 3D game for the first time, it was like it was something that I can't even describe into words. I just remember the feeling as a child, and it's still stuck with me, because when I play 3D games now, I still think about when I was a child playing, Ocarina of Time for the first time, and that feeling, Um, but what am I trying to say to this? I'm trying to say that platform games like Rayman Origins deserve a lot more recognition, because this got brought me back to actual gaming. And I know you're going to say, "Oh, what do you mean Call of Duty is gaming?" Yeah, it's gaming. Yeah, but I'm going to be honest with you. If you just play Call of Duty most of your life, which I know a lot of people who are like that, you are, I don't know, you're missing out on a lot of good stuff out there. There's so much variety. There's so many different experiences you can have and memories that you can make with these games. So Rayman Origins got me through Sandy. Rayman Origins got me back on a good gaming streak. And unfortunately, this game is not available on modern platforms, except you could play this on your Xbox One because it has the Xbox 360 version on it. You can't play this on PS4 or PS5, and you can't play this on the Nintendo Switch. So why not? I don't understand. This is one of the best Rayman games they've ever made. Um, I love it. It has an awesome soundtrack. It has amazing level design, and the feeling of the game was just addicting as hell. So 100%ing this game was a hell of a memory that I still. I mean, I would. It's way above like when I 100%ed uh, Mario 3D. What was the Mario game on the Wii U at the time? It was not 3D Land on the 3DS, which was good also. But I remember I had a good time 100%ing Super Mario 3D on the Wii U when it came out at the time in like 2014. Um, and but like this was way more of an experience that I remember to this day, you know. So why don't they port this game to Switch? Why didn't they port this game? Did Rayman Legends just not do that good? I mean, Rayman Legends for me wasn't that good. So did Origins just not? Did they just not want to port this game? I don't understand it. Like the, but I mean, yeah, like I said, I have it on PS Vita, 3DS. The 3DS version is probably the worst version, because it lags a bit. It's the frame rate is not that good, but the PS Vita version is just fine. So, but I have it digitally on everything, physically on PS3. So if you guys haven't played Rayman Origins, and I'm not just talking about the nostalgia factor here, like objectively speaking, this is a very good platforming game that still deserves to be looked back on. Uh, but yeah, yeah. So you guys let me know what you think.